Hey everybody, T.O. from Art Geek Teaching. Today we're going to look at going from digital, in this case a digital print, to an analog painting coming up. Okay, so as I mentioned in the opening, I'm just starting with a print, and this is literally a print on 20-pound bond. Easy, very inexpensive print, and I'm just putting some matte medium on it. Just so that I can seal the image so that the ink doesn't come up, or pigment, I guess, doesn't come up. And next what we're going to do is take a used canvas. This is a canvas that was student work, and I'm literally just going to seal that up by making a mess. I'm going to just play with colors, and I don't have any particular color scheme in mind. I literally am just using some paint, I think that was left over on a palette, and I'm going to cover the entire background painting so I have a new background. Sometimes I'm asked the question, why do you put a new background on it just to cover up that background with collage or more paint? And the question is a great question, and the answer really is just so that one, there's a little bit of playtime for warm-up at no expense, in other words, no risk whatsoever. But two, it, in my opinion, gives, especially with mixed media, it gives the painting more flavor, more depth. Some of the background will shine through, some of the texture will shine through, and you really can't duplicate that without doing these kind of layers, in my opinion. Okay, we've got our background redone. I don't really like any of the areas. I especially do not like this area. This area here is probably okay. And so what I thought is I would collage this piece, this print that we just sealed, and seeing as how I don't really like much of this area, but it kind of matches, I'll take a piece off of this and a piece off of this, a little bit off of this, although I really don't like this at all. So basically just a few pieces off of the corners. And you know, I'll probably, I mean, this is a $5 print, you know, so there's really not much that we're risking here, right? A little bit of time and $5. And I really want to figure out if there's a different way that I can paint this. All right, so we got that dude out of there. I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit off of this, maybe off the corner. This may be a total bust. We'll see what happens. And figure out which way we're gonna put this. I think we're gonna put this way. Again, don't like this. So we could pop off some of this. That's okay. All right, yeah, this will work. All right, so now we're just gonna collage this thing on here. Looks like somebody, I don't know who, put green in there, didn't clean their brush before they put it back in. Now this paint, I mean this paper, as you've seen before, is super light. This is like 20 pound. It is very light. So I don't have a lot of time to fuzz with it because it'll just get really weak. It's not tissue paper, but it's darn close. So I'm just gonna slam a whole bunch on the back, then I'll get some on the front, and I mean not on the front, on the board, and we'll be ready to roll. hard to do one-handed. Yeah, plenty on here. Okay, let's see what we can get here. Again, we're going to go from the center out. Doesn't look like I have any paste down here. Clear up in the corner needs some. Once this dries, we'll go about making it match a little better. So I get most of the bubbles out, then I can seal the top of it. I'm gonna let that dry for a little. Okay, I'm just gonna collage some more pieces on here at random. And no rhyme or reason. Just collage them on. Why that won't stick, but it's not. There we go. For that spot that I just really don't like. Playtime is good. Playtime is fun. We like playtime. Burn through some materials though. But you know what? That's okay. What else? Down here? How about this? How about this? Okay, this has all been this material and from that painting. Now I want to put some pieces in that are not from this painting, just various other pieces that we have. I'm just going to cover this entire board. So I'll go get some of those. I don't know, it might just be a thing that just ends up in the junk pile, in the trash can. That is entirely possible. Won't be the first time. Totally won't be the last either. So, literally just playing a little bit with collage, and that's a nice paper. This is one way to use your jellies. Time we get some paint on this thing, it'll be totally different, yeah? All right. I think we'll call that good for now. Put one of these pieces up in here. Just because color-wise we're good. Maybe over some of that red. Let some of that go through. All right, once that dries, we'll figure out what we're doing with paint. Okay, what we're gonna do is just add some light glazes and start to give the painting some unity. One of the challenges that I have is kind of separating the coyote from the background, and I really don't get this figured out like I would like even by the time this painting is done. In fact, I'm gonna have to sit on it and live with it for a while. But with this, I'm just literally taking some paint, putting it on, you know, it's a glaze, and so I'm mixing it. You can mix it with water, you can mix it with glazing medium, you can mix it with matte medium. Here I'm just using some matte medium, mixing down my brown to a really light, and putting it on and separating the coyote. There's also some areas in there in the coyote that I'm going to dry brush and just kind of start making everything kind of go together. That's all we're doing here. Okay, now I'm just going to start doing a little detail work. I wanted to lighten the eyes a little bit, put the catch light in there. Also, there's a highlight under the eye on the bottom of the eyelid there where it's kind of meeting the socket. There's a highlight on his nose. There's a few highlights on the top of his brows, and I just wanted to pop those in there, as well as using some of the color and just dry brushing some fur type things in there. So again, that's all we're doing. I'm just mixing the color and popping it out there so there's a little dry brush and makes it look like fur. So just thought I better put some whiskers on him, and so tightened up my paint. It's dried out a little bit. It's not quite so loose. It's a little more full-bodied, and just going in here and putting some detail in with black, or almost black. It's actually a dark brown, but doing a little detail on the ears, detail on the eyes, detail around his mouth, with a smaller, kind of like a pen liner brush, a script liner brush. It's a really small round. Okay, so really that is it. I've finished it off. Here's a little flyover, and a zoom in. You can see it's fairly complete, but I'm gonna have to live with it. I've got some things to do with the background, but I need to live with it for a little while to see what that might be. Thank you for joining me. Have a great night.